Morning, class. Okay, anybody from the class still remember what was our topic yesterday? Oh, yes, Janice. All right, it is about the solar system. Now, may I ask you, who is the Greek ancient philosopher that introduced the heliocentrism? Yes, Mulius? Very good. It is Nicolaus Copernicus. Now, how about the geocentrism? Who introduced that? Yes, Ria. Very good. It is Claudius Ptolemy. Now, class, do you want to learn how these philosophers are able to introduce their theories? Okay, very good. Now, as you can see in here, before we dig deeper to our topic, I want you here to first observe these pictures. Pause. You can see here at the board, I posted some pictures. So what you will be doing here is I will group you into two. This one is group 1, this one is group 2. So what you will be doing here is you will arrange the picture to what do you think is the correct order of it. Now, you will pick 8 representatives to arrange the picture based on what do you think is the correct answer. I will only give you 1 minute to formulate your ideas. Afterwards, you will answer for a matter of 30 seconds only. As you can see, this one is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 pictures. Okay, 1 minute starts now. Okay, time's up. Okay, stop. 8 representatives, ready yourself in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, thank you. You may now take your seats. Alright. Now, group 1, may I ask you, why is it that your answer has no changes? Anybody from group 1 can explain? Yes, Riza. Correct, yes. Okay, how about the group 2? Why is it that there's no changes too? Very good, yes. Based on group 1 and group 2's answer, your answer have similarities because as group 1 said that they don't arrange the pictures because as you can see in the first picture, before you do anything first, you tend to observe. Then next is you ask questions. Then you conduct a research and you will have a temporary answers. You will test your answers on your mind. It's like making a guess. Now, as the group 2 has said that after testing their answers to their mind, they will now conduct an experiment. Then they will record what was happening in their experiment. Then they will draw a conclusion down. Then next is they will share it to the people who are people who are in authority. This time, for us to fully understood what these pictures are, okay, I have here another activity which is called Arrange Me. In this activity, you will arrange again the numbers that I have pasted here at the blank space. Okay, you will still remain at your designated groups. Again, you will choose another 8 representatives to do the pasting. As you can see here, I already have the cut out numbers. So you will choose 8 representatives. Then to answer this one, again, I will give you 1 minute to formulate your ideas. Afterwards, you will answer for a matter of 30 seconds only. Okay? Choose your another 8 representatives now. Okay. 1 minute to formulate your idea starts now. Okay, time's up. Ready yourselves? Who are the 8 representatives? Okay, you may now stand. Okay, ready yourselves in 3, 2, 1. Okay, start pasting. Okay, very good. Now, again, you may take your seat. Okay, group 2, since you were the first one to finish first, anybody from group 2 who's to explain why is it that this is your answer? Actually, you have the same answer with the group 1, right? Okay, but since group 2 is the one who finished first, I want them to explain first. Okay. Anybody? Okay, yes, Red. Very good. A round of applause to group 2. Yes. Okay, how about the group 1? Oh, yes, Gaini. Okay, very good. A round of applause to group 1 as well. Okay, there is a connection. Earlier, the picture and this Arrange Me activity has a connection because earlier, your answer for this picture is, before we tend to do anything first, is we make an observation, which is your number 1. Number 2 is ask questions, same as the second picture. Number 3 is conduct a research, same as number 3 picture. Then number 4, form a hypothesis, which is you will make an educated guess. Not just guess, but an educated guess. Next is plan 6 is record data and analyze the result from your experiment. Next is to make a conclusion from your experiment and from your recorded data and analyzation. Next is last is you will communicate the result. You will communicate the result either in poster or in two people who are in many platforms in media. Now, based on our activity earlier, what do you think is our topic for today? Okay, anybody from that class? Okay, yes, Marcel. Exactly. It is about experimenting, knowing the steps, and making an experiment, right? But can anybody have any other idea? Miko. Very good. Yes, Miko and yourselves answer have a connection because today our topic will be about the components of the scientific method. Now, for us to begin into our discussion, everybody read our learning objectives. Okay. Define the components of the scientific method. Identify each steps of the scientific method to follow them correct. Okay, class. Do you think that scientists just jump into conclusions when they find a problem, then they will just make a guess, then they will just write their solution about that problem? Like there's no steps needed? Okay, no, why? Yes, Janelle. Very good. They use the step-by-step process called the scientific method. Now, I want you to observe this picture. Now, what can you observe with this picture? Let us follow what you answered earlier. Okay, let us base our answer here. Okay, what do you observe with this picture? Because since the number one picture says make an observation, what do you observe with this picture? Yes, Mihia? Very good observation. Yes. On the left picture, on the left side of the picture, the plant that is hit by a sun has more fruits than the plant that is not hit by the sun. Next is to ask questions. So you will now ask, why is it that the plant that is not hit by the sun has more fruits than the plant that is not hit by the sun? So that will be your question. Third is you will conduct a research. What? You will go to the library to read books to get more information because you never know that this problem is already been solved by other people. Okay, you will now make researches like digging into books, digging into internet, asking your teachers, people with expertise, right? That is number 3. And then number 4, you will form a hypothesis. A hypothesis is what? An educated guess. Diba earlier I told you it is like you will making a temporary solution or answers to your unsolved problems. Now number 5 is to plan and conduct an experiment. Of course, if you will now have an educated guess now, you will now conduct an experiment. Then, while you are conducting your experiment, you will record the data and analyze the result. Next is you will draw a conclusion. So, what if your hypothesis says if the plant that is exposed to the sun has more fruits, will be transferred into a place that is not hit by a sun, then it will lessen its fruits too. Then you will conduct an experiment that you will take out the plant that is exposed to the sun and transfer it to the place there is no sunlight. Then while you were conducting an experiment, as you will see in there that your hypothesis and your experiment is correct, have a inclination. Then you will draw a conclusion. You will now say the plant that has more fruits, that is exposed to sunlight, when transferred to an area where there is no sunlight, will bear more fruits. So now you will have your result. Then you will communicate the result. You will share it to people. As you can see in the 8th picture, diba? He is sharing his result to his colleagues, or to any platform that you want, like a social media, to your house, to your friends, to your teachers. Okay, understood? Do you follow me? Okay, any questions? Clarifications? Alright, okay, a quick recap. Now, what are the steps that needs to be used by the scientist in order to achieve a desirable answer? Yes, yes, Riza. Okay, the scientific method. Now, what are the 8 steps of the scientific method? What are the first 2 steps? Yes, Marie Chris. Okay, to make an observation and ask questions. How about the 3 and 4 step, the 3rd and 4th steps? Yes, Rajan. All right, it is to conduct a research and make a hypothesis, like formulate a hypothesis. Now, how about the 5th and the 6th picture? Yes, Janice. All right, it is to conduct an experiment and to analyze and record your results. Now, after recording data and analyzing the results, what is the last 2 steps? Yes, Rafael. Okay, it is to draw a conclusion and share it to your friends or to people who needs to be informed. Now, okay. Class, do you want to share your findings just like how the scientists did it? Okay. Now, we will have an activity. Get 1 whole sheet of paper. In this activity, you will conduct an experiment. And yesterday, I told you to bring milk, lemon, and soft drinks, right? Okay. As you can see in here, you will class. We will be doing this work individual, but you will be performing as a group. Now, you will write your answers in a 1 whole sheet of paper, individual, and so what you will be doing here is that you will write your answers. You will conduct an experiment through this one. Then you will write it in a 1 whole sheet of paper. Your observations. Follow these steps because these are the steps, diba? In the scientific method, follow these steps when conducting an experiment. Then write your observations on your paper. Okay. I will only give you 10 minutes to answer. After 10 minutes, you will pass your paper. Okay? Timer starts now. Okay, time's up. Pass your paper. Pass your paper to your front. Please be quiet and avoid standing up. Okay? Pass your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, and class, get another 1 whole sheet of paper. You will answer this one. Okay? I will only give you 5 minutes to answer. After 5 minutes, again, you will pass the paper to the front because I will be the one to check it. Okay, 5 minutes starts now. Okay, time's up. Pass your paper to your front. Pass it quietly and avoid standing. Okay, remember our rules. Okay, for the assignment. So this one will be your assignment. You will I will put it here now. In your assignment, you will design a simple scientific investigation on a specific problem in your area at your home. Use the scientific method in your investigation. Describe each step that you will do to solve the problem. For example, there's a lot of dogs in your house. So, what is your observation? What are your questions? What are your researches? What are your hypotheses? And then you will conduct an experiment. I'm not saying that you will kill the dog. You will just conduct an experiment to why is it that there's a lot of dogs in your barangay. Next is you will record the data and analyze the result. Then you will draw a conclusion and then you will share it tomorrow to the class. Okay, do you follow? Alright, a round of applause to everyone. Actually guys, all throughout our meeting, you did a great job. All your answers are well appropriate to our questions. Now, okay, keep your things now. Please stand up. Okay, let us pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, goodbye, class. Okay, goodbye.